XRP could go to $1,000. Here's how. XRP to $1,000. I want to explain this in the fastest and easiest way possible because everyone's been talking about this lately. We've heard big XRP builders recently saying that XRP could go to $1,000 in 5 years. Some people think that's too slow and it will happen much sooner. We might see it jump to $10,000 or $25,000 overnight based on different ideas people have. I want to put it all together, talk to you about the math, and make this simple in a quick video. All I ask is if you like talking about XRP, click that like button and let's get into it. Now, I first want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed to this channel because we just hit 60,000 subscribers that I feel so grateful and thankful for all of you. Whether you've been watching for years or you're brand new, even if you just started today, I appreciate you so much. The fact that you come back every day and watch my videos means so much to me. At the end of the day, I'm just one guy talking about this technology, talking about XRP and how valuable I think XRP will become. And yes, I've made hundreds and hundreds of XRP videos and studied this for thousands of hours, but many of you are experts too. And I'm only human. I don't know everything and I don't pretend to. So when I talk about this $1,000 goal and really high prices for XRP, it really takes all of us working together, right? So I look for people in the comments to talk about this and look at the numbers and what's really coming to this market that will make this happen. Now, understanding that there will always be people who think we're crazy, people who will call us liars and scammers. These are our opinions based on facts we can see. So they can call us liars, they can call us scammers. But these are our opinions knowing what's happening in this digital money revolution. Recently, I want to start W. If when an XRP developer talked about a 5-year goal for $1,000 XRP and things he was looking at. This was on Paul Barron's show. I'm sure many of you watched it. Watch it if you haven't yet. But Paul asked, are you talking about Swift? Are you talking about the builders coming to XRP, the ways people use it, and so on? And the developer basically said, yes, the Swift situation. And I think it's clearer right now than ever that XRP is going to take a huge piece of Swift payments, which we're going to talk about the numbers in just a moment. It's clearer than ever, and they're really not wanting to see it. And that's a very big mistake on their part. Right now, Swift, and I looked this up using AI, handles about $150 trillion every year in cross-border transactions. And some sources think it's as high as 1.25 quadrillion. So if in just 1 year we capture 14%, which we remember is what Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO, says he expects. We're looking at $297 to $595 XRP just from 1 year. Now, what a lot of people get confused about with market cap is first, they don't think about the market cap multiplier, right? And we know based on the market cap multiplier, if we move hundreds of billions in volume and new money into the market cap, it will mean tens of trillions in market cap going up, that it's very important that people who keep talking about market cap actually understand what moves market cap and the market cap multiplier. Also, they say that the market cap is already fully grown, which just isn't true. We're still in the baby stages, early stages of cryptocurrency. This market is very, very young. But when we see these big money managers come in huge groups, and they will very soon with lots of money, they're not going to be, as this big XRP developer said recently, looking way down the list at some worthless meme coins that nobody's ever heard of. They want high-quality digital money. They want coins like XRP. And XRP is very well known in finance circles and on Wall Street, and so on. We recently heard Canary Capital CEO say that exact same thing. So they're going to look at digital assets like XRP that has been tested and proven, been around for over 10 years, that is here to stay, but is actually being used massively with builders coming to build on it. The market cap isn't fully grown. It's barely even started compared to where it's going, right? And so we know that pretty much every expert out there agrees with what's happening right now. In the coming years, we will definitely see hundreds of billions flow into this market. It's already happening right now, and we're about to get laws that will allow XRP to take a big piece of Swift. And so with that, we're going to see huge growth on the XRP ledger itself. I'm talking about many hundreds and thousands of developers coming to build on the XRP ledger, using it actively, using XRP every single day on the XRP ledger. And of course, Rlust, the stablecoin, being used on a massive scale already. Rlust is already in the top 100 for market size of stablecoins, and we know what's about to happen with Hidden Road with Rlust and $3 trillion in payments happening every year, plus adoption coming from other countries like the US and others. Now with that, this XRP developer talked about even regular people coming and saying, hey, this is a new technology. This is what's moving forward, just like what we saw with Tesla and Nvidia, and how there were massive thousands of % increases in price for these specific assets as that new wave came in. That we're still very early where we're sitting right now, and really most people haven't come in yet. Again, less than 1% of people in the world actually own XRP. But that's all changing because we're going mainstream. And just today, actually came out that the Federal Reserve is going to hold a conference about cryptocurrency that we see the SEC, the CFTC, all these big regulatory bodies saying, okay, crypto is where we're going. Let's do it. Let's do it right. Not wage war on this industry like Gary Gensler and the SEC did. Let's do this right and move it forward. And so with the Clarity Act that will likely get passed later this year, if not, it will be, I believe, by early 2026, we're going to see tons of money flow in. We're talking about trillions. Now, one thing that's extremely important to understand, and David Schwartz, the CTO, Chief Technical Officer of Ripple, has explained in the past, is that a high price for XRP is necessary and makes it a better tool for payments to move large amounts of value, large amounts of money. And that's exactly what Ripple has positioned themselves to do with these big institutions using the XRP ledger and XRP specifically, this technology to move large amounts of value. And so because of the price swings and because of the huge amount of volume, we're talking about Swift here doing over 150 trillion on a low estimate every year. If we get a big piece of that pie and we're moving money across borders, billions and billions a day, eventually trillions, we're going to need a high price for XRP. So it's important to understand and note that hundreds of billions that will come in will move the market cap up trillions. When you need a cryptocurrency that actually does something useful, these institutions won't go after Bitcoin because it simply can't do what XRP can do today. As I've said many times, if we had a money crisis, I know there are theories out there about that. XRP is an obvious solution. It's an obvious solution to come in and kind of save the day and help the market, this emerging market, really stabilize and allow markets to keep going. And so there's a lot going on here, but mostly what I wanted to focus on are the facts and what's coming to this market. As we know, floods of money are coming. XRP is sitting at the top. I think right now it's very obvious that the old centralized system with SWIFT isn't going to be the future. They're 50 years out of date, and XRP is the future that we're seeing every single day. It seems that a new company is coming on board saying they want to use XRP as a treasury reserve for their company. What's that going to do? It's going to take away supply. It's going to increase the price of XRP. So the message here is we have several different things happening. Will it happen overnight? Time will tell. There are theories out there, and one that I've talked about in the past, the reset theory, that is very realistic and thinks that when these negotiations happen with big banks and institutions around the world, a course price was discussed, and there will be a reset on price to actually be able to move billions and billions in flows every single day. We have a lot of good things coming for us as XRP holders. But like those early day Bitcoin, people who saw the price of Bitcoin run up to a few hundred and sold. Those are the same people out there. The same type of people they're going to be kicking themselves, I believe, when they sell XRP at $10, $50, or even $100 based on what's truly coming to this market and will add real value to XRP. That I'm talking about large value. High value for XRP is what I see coming. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section below. Maybe you think I'm crazy. Let me know all your opinions in the comment section below, and we can certainly have that conversation, that debate, and I will see you all in the next video.